Charlie Cushane here to do another woodworking kind of project. This time it's in preparation for a big party we're about to have, and this 8-foot table 30 inches wide is for serving the food, putting the food on. And from previous experience, it's not quite enough room, so I'm going to add an elevated platform, which you see here, off the back of this table so that I have additional room. So let's get started. Okay, this is a piece of shelving that's 1 foot by 6 foot, and it's like a 1/2 inch thick, and although it's nicely covered on all 6 edges, it has, if you push on it, it can deflect a little. So the first thing I want to do is put a piece of angle iron on this for 2 purposes. One, it should stiffen it up, and also gives it a back to it so stuff can't slide off the back. So let's cut a piece of aluminum and add it to the back. Perfect. Okay, although these screws are going to hold this on the edge and help keep it from bowing, I'm also going to use some of my favorite Gorilla 2-part epoxy. This will definitely hold that flat and to the board so that there can't be any misalignment. So the first thing I have to do is mix some up. There we go. Now I just put some on this piece of metal. Don't want to make a mess. I think I'll start down this end. There we go. Now I take it and flip it over carefully. Now I got these screws. Push this tight. There we go. There we go. Now let's flip it over, take a look. Yeah, it looks good. Nice and tight. That's coat number 1. Okay, last coat. Here we go. 4 pipes. Okay, time to assemble this project. And of course, as you would imagine, these 2 pieces have to be parallel and at the right spacing. And these are the pipes that are going to get press fit and epoxied into here. As you might be able to just barely see, I put a little tick mark there that should just go inside of that hole. So I'll know I've gone the right depth. And to get this to work right, I set some parallels here. I'm going to use my vise to crank it and press it together, but I also had to add a piece here so that this can sit on it. And this is parallel with the top of my workbench, and I'll go like this, put the pipe in between and press them together. Now the tricky part is obviously you get 1 shot with epoxy. I'm using my Gorilla epoxy. So I'm going to mix up a batch, do this one, and then I'll do the second one afterwards. So let's get to mixing. Okay, get this out of the way. Take a piece, the bottom, and put a little epoxy in these holes. Okay. Now, in order to get this started, I'm just going to tap in right here. Get it started. Okay. Put it like this. Okay. This is nice and flat. This is nice and flat. There we go. Perfect. That's 1 done. 1 more to go. I'm just watching the last little bit of the line. There we go. Those 2 came out exactly the same height, everything. Okay, now it's time to put these feet where they belong. I'm going to set them about 2 inches from the end. And I have my square. So I just get it nice and square, set it 2 inches. There we go, and I'm going to push it all the way back so it's flush on the back. Perfect. So I know that's exactly where I want it. Now I'm just going to tap some screws. There we go. Now I have the exact location to drill some holes. And I put a little piece of blue tape. Time to mix up some epoxy and get this mounted right here. And I already showed you it's 2 inches. I drew a line, so I know when I have epoxy on it exactly where to place this. All right, let's get going. Clean up any little messes. Perfect. Let it dry and we can try it out. Okay, let's see how this fits and how it looks on top of my table. Looks perfect. Okay, one more thing to do. I'll show you in the back. Okay, the last little detail is I bought these clamps. They have a pin and they can hold things down. And I drilled a hole right here. And this goes in nice and snug. And then I can do it so it can't move, can't fall or tip. And I got one for this end. There we go. There we go. Perfect. Right up against the wall. Nice. Okay, so there you have it. That's an 8-foot serving table, now with a 6-foot additional serving surface, foot by 6 feet. It looks beautiful, can't fall off. We're ready for our party. A success.